of your valuation needs, give me Kimberly.
Everybody dancing all night long. Everybody dancing all night long. Everybody dancing all night long. Somebody's dancing to my song.
Air, heating, cooling, and plumbing, or visit
on. Now, who we've played has been top in the state as far as, talent and defense go, so it doesn't show always, but, our offensive line's playing extremely hard, and they're playing up to the best of their ability right now. At the end of the day, that's all you can ask for.
So Dayton Bass was our player of the week. His name goes into consideration, Coach. Something that 446 is doing this year is that every team will select a player of the year for their respective team, and we'll have a banquet to recognize those young men once football season is over for everyone, and we'll look forward to that. And then there'll be a player of the year for our 446 coverage, which includes, of course, Tioga, Buckeye, Menard, Ashe, and Pineville. So looking forward to that, and now his name goes into that hopper.
I know he'll have a good time at the Quibido's banquet at the end of the year.
Yes,
he'll enjoy. He may not win the award for Player of the Year, but he'll have the most fun at the banquet. I guarantee you that.
Well, and big boys like to eat, and I'm going to join with him on that one. That's for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. So that was the player of the week for the Ashe game. Now the play of the game comes right at the opening kickoff, and Nathan and I, a play-by-play guy loves to be able to take a long play from beginning to end,
right,
and celebrate and everything, but for me, I'm reading scores from the ticker that was on our feed because I didn't realize the play had snapped. And then I look up, and Aiden's already at the 50. And so as we get ready to roll our Southern Air cool play of the game, and it was a cool play of the game, no doubt, you'll see it right here.
And so we have the audio turned on. Let me turn it back on for those online.
7 at half. And so
look out! Look out!
Oh,
look
there
out!
we go.
Look
Through
out!
the middle, and he just took it right down the right sideline. After that, he was between the hashes when he initially went through the line. But wow, what a run by number 23. He did not start the game because of coming from the concussion that he had suffered the week before against West Monroe. But got in there. Then obviously starting that second half, that at least put some air back in the DC Bill Bates Stadium there, and what a great run by picking their game up. Talking about this our opponent coming up, we're going to look at the power rankings as well, talk a little bit about that. It's a little bit different than you might imagine when you normally think of a field of 32. That's not quite how it's going to work. It's the Bryant Bell Coaches Show live from Jim Deggys Pizza on 446 Sports.
And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
BK dish leather jackets and just about anything apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at BK.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are.
Vision. Look to Wallace Eye Associates. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Welcome back to segment number 3 of the Bryant Bell Coaches Show, live at Jim Deggys Pizza. It's a Tuesday night for us, and I know that's a little bit of a awkward time for us to be here. Coach literally came off the practice field, jumped in the truck, and made his way out Highway 28 East, and got here just in time for us to go on the air and bring you our broadcast tonight. Again, some of the players and coaches. Obviously, adjusting to just coming off the field, so hopefully we'll see some of them here shortly. But, Coach, we're getting ready for Friday night that will carry a lot of them down the roster at the end of the last game, just trying to count, using that, while I counted 12, at the same time, so many young men that are playing, starting, that are a vital part of this team are sophomores and seniors that will be playing their last game Friday, or a big. Well, we look forward to that. The opponent is West Washita, and the Chiefs will come to Bates Stadium. Word out is they're going to move down to 4A. Might move into Tioga's district.
Right.
And meanwhile, Tioga and the team that they played last Friday.
Tioga don't mind, but it definitely impacts our district.
Can we reject that trade? No. But yeah, so we'll get West Washita likely for the last time during.
I'm sure if you go back and over the last decade or decade and a half and tally it up, I mean, I'm sure it's about a 500 ball game between West Washita and Pineville, and unfortunately, it may be the last time for a while that we get to hook up. So that's even more incentive to come out and check it out. It's going to be a good game again.
No doubt, we look forward to that. Give us the coach speak, if you will, of this team. Tell us what can we expect to see with West Washita.
You're going to see a team that plays extremely hard. They have some size on their lines. Their running back was unfortunately injured earlier in the year, and he's out for the year. But you always hate to see that. But you're going to see a disciplined defense. Their offensive coordinator was my offensive line coach when I was in high school at West Monroe, so he knows he knows what he's doing on the offensive side of the ball. And their defensive coordinator was a former head coach at River Oaks, and I think the stadium at River Oaks is named after him. So they have an experienced coaching staff, and it shows in the way that their players play. They're going to try to run the ball hard and grind it out, and we have to be ready for physicality of our own. That's the attitude we're practicing with this week, and we know we're going to have to play with on Friday to stick with them.
Coming into week number 9 for you, where do you feel your team is, health-wise and even production-wise? We talked about Aiden Tate kind of coming into his own. In the Barb game, he wasn't a running back at the beginning of the season. He is now. He's our primary back. But same thing with Ty Sanders. He wasn't projected to be a running back, I don't believe, and he has stepped into that role and playing both sides of the football for us. But how have you seen your team evolve weeks 1 through 8?
Well, we grew a lot after week 2. We grew as an offense. Mainly, our defense really kept stepping up and improving. We held our own in the special teams. After the Ruston game, we went toe to toe with those guys in the first half of those games.
Right.
Especially I'm proud to say from a physicality standpoint, we've never done that before, and we've kind of come through the meat of our of our schedule now. We're healthy, outside of your normal week 9 football bumps and bruises, and we're ready to face these last 2 opponents, pretty much full force.
As to standings and so forth for us here, and I'm not going to be able to read that off that small print there on the screen. So, yes, please. And as we take a look at that, though. All right, so we're looking at the 2, not just 2 5A, but looking at the 5A standings. Of course, again, it's a who's who of names amongst the football hierarchy. Edna Carr is still there at the top of both the Louisiana Sports Line and the Sports Writers Association poll. Destrehan Zachary right there at 2-3. Ruston, as you would expect, at 8-0. They're on the Sports Writers poll at number 4. Karen Crow, also undefeated on the season, is right there near the top as well. And then you get into some schools that have had some losses but are still powerhouses in their own right, with John Curtis at 6, Catholic of Baton Rouge at 7, Brother Martin at 8, Acadiana at 9, and East St. John at 10. Do note that West Monroe receiving votes as well in both polls, I believe. And again, I think had Ash not had the early season losses to Karen Crow as well as St. Thomas More, two teams that are both high in their respective polls, they might be also in that same conversation.
Yeah, they have a big game with West Monroe this week, so they'll have their opportunity to have their name on there, if they take care of business this Friday.
What I find interesting, too, is that this is the first time that both polls have been the same on the top 3. They're almost never the same. In the top 5, they're the same, except for 4 and 5 are swapped. And normally you don't see that with these two polls, and we typically lean towards the Sports Writers poll, but it is interesting to see that they both have ranked the top 5. At least they have the same top 5, even though 4 and 5 are slightly different.
I guess the cream rises to the top, and after 8 weeks of play, I guess we're starting to see a little bit of, just a little bit of parity there.
And what's really interesting about that too is that as you start talking about playoffs, none of that matters. What matters is, are you select? Or are you non-select, and then where all of that fits in with the different schools. And Coach, it's sometimes hard to explain, and we were talking with Randy James before we went on the air about where we are currently ranked in that. And he thought, like I did early on, that you had 32 teams that make the bracket. But no, that's not the case, especially when you get into the select side of it, because there just aren't as many schools.
Right.
But the pool is diluted, if you will, because of the number of schools. Yet at the same time, in our particular division, even though they're not in our class, you've got Tioga, you've got St. Paul's, you've got a few other teams that take 24 teams instead of 32, with the first 8 teams, 1 through 8, getting a first round bye. So if the playoffs started today, which they don't, there's 2 more weeks of games that will impact this. But Tioga would have a first round bye as they sit at number 8 right now. And Acadiana, which sits at number 9, would play number 24 Lafayette, while we would face McKinley in round 1, as we currently sit at 23, Coach. And again, that can be impacted by the results of the next 2 weeks, as we have West Washita at home and then Washita on the road in week number 10. But still being at number 23, power rating-wise, could have us playing in week number 11.
We'll take whoever we can, as long as we're there. I think it's good for our program, and it's a good step forward for us building our program to get into the playoffs this year. And, let the chips fall where they may from there. We'll give whoever opportunity.
Dumb question for you, but in a playoff situation, is there any
to McKinley, which I believe is in Baton Rouge? Is that right?
I have no idea, to be honest with you.
I was hoping you guys would bail me out on that. I'm
not
sure where they are.
Texas, but I know we're not going to Texas.
No, and so someone will Google that while we're in the break, and we'll figure that out. So, but it is near Baton Rouge. East Baton Rouge. All right. Well, very good. So, again, that's going to change because again, there's we're in that period where you'll have the next 2 weeks. Those brackets will be released on Sunday, November the 5th, and we'll know for sure then what direction we're going. But technically, we control our own destiny. We get a win Friday.
We do. After the Ash game, that we're in the playoffs. It just starts now. If we win our next 2 games, we'll be in the playoffs. So we have to. That's how we're approaching this week. And
gotcha. Very good. Coach Bryant Bell here with us. We're going to be joined about what was it like to play for Coach Bell and then now coach with Coach Bell. So, I bet he's got an interesting perspective on that. We'll look forward to talking with him.
And I wonder if he's got any Coach Bell stories.
I bet he does.
I can only imagine. And so we'll dig.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Everybody dancing all night long. Everybody dancing all night long. Everybody dancing all night long. Somebody's dancing to my song.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
And we welcome you back to the Bryant Bell Coaches Show as we are live from Jim Deggys Pizza as player of Coach Bell's at Pine. Good to have you here with us. So you can give us a unique perspective as someone that played for Coach Bell and, now you're getting to coach with him. What's that like for you?
It's been pretty good. It was exciting playing for him. He actually helped me in my recruiting process actually to go to college and stuff. And then in turn, I actually, it's a long story actually, but when I got back, he actually got me into coaching when I got back from college. So, but as being here, it's been really good. I've learned a lot, being underneath him initially, and he let me take the reins with the linebackers, and we went from there. So it's been really, really fun and exciting.
Well, I tell you, that's one of our strong positions is linebacker, and Coach keeps taking your linebackers and putting them in other places too. So
he polishes them up, and we move them on.
Yeah. So, talking about your linebackers, almost every week, if not more than one, but at least one of your linebackers is in contention for Player of the Week, just because of the talent. And we've learned some young men, their names that started out at linebacker and are excelling so well for you. That's got to be rewarding for you to see, what the young men you started with during the summer to where you are now going into week 9.
Yeah, it definitely is. I expect a lot out of them. I demand a lot out of them, but they've risen to the challenge, and they like that. So
Obviously so. And what's it been like with there were changes obviously on both sides, offensively and defensively, as far as new coaches coming in, working with Justin Charles?
It was really good. Scheme wise, it was very similar to what we ran beforehand. So it wasn't a huge change for me. But he's a really good guy, and we struck pretty good once he got there, and we got in and got to talking. So it's been pretty good.
Well, no doubt, no doubt. And Coach Bell, what kind of player was Jameson Brown?
Jamison was a really good linebacker. He was a really good. He was a hitter. I mean, he was tough. Just gave you everything that he had always, and you never had to question his effort.
Well, no doubt, and it's not very often that you have former players that come back and get into that coaching tree, get into that opportunity, and I know that Jamison's been someone that has come back into that role. I know he works with the youth ministry as well, and fantastic. Our paths have crossed in that realm as well. So that's got to make you proud as a coach.
It makes me very proud as a coach. That it makes it all worthwhile to be a teacher and a coach, and to see students or players that you've had successful, and now he's impacting the next generation, and that's really all you can ask for. That's the biggest bonus that I could get.
And then we found out he's 29 today, so it made all of us kind of grimace a little bit, that he's having a birthday today, and he's celebrating here with us at Jim Deggys, so we appreciate that. Jamison, we like to normally ask, our players to give us a Bryant Bell story, and we've done it with some other coaches too. But you've got the unique experience of being a player for Bryant as well as a coach now. Tell us something that maybe we haven't heard before, that a funny Bryant Bell story, or something that makes you think, yeah, that's Coach Bell.
Well, I have a few, but I'll do this one. This one's good enough for the radio.
All right.
So,
okay.
But he uses the word "all right," so he uses it a lot, even when he's talking, and it's actually bled over into my public speaking as a filler. So
all
it's
right,
like, all right, and it goes on the next one. So it's actually bled over to me, and I actually use it now too.
All right. Okay.
Listen, he got rich saying it now.
That's good. Well, a little Matthew McConaughey there. Okay, but that's good. So again, appreciate the opportunity. Coming up Friday night, we've got a team that likes to run the ball a lot, and that's where linebackers are so important.
Oh yeah.
And obviously you're trying to get them ready to stop the Chiefs on Friday night.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You want them to play fast, you want them to play physical and downhill. So that's what we're getting geared up for, and that's what I expect out of them.
Well, we look forward to that. Again, happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate
you
it.
Bet,
Thank y'all
you
for
bet.
having me on.
Yes, and good to
you.
visit with the coach, and we'll just say all right and let him move on. So, but anyway, when we come back, we were going to talk with Sebastian Mollett, number 30 for the Pineville Rebels. You see him on both offense and defense. We'll talk to him about that and much more when we come back on our last segment with the Bryant Bell Coaches Show here on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee experience in real estate over the past 13 years, and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
Welcome back to the Bryant Bell Coaches Show as we bring you back into our setup here at Jim Deggys Pizza. And we've got a double treat with two young men that are both seniors that will march on the field on Friday night for the last time, and we look forward to honoring them and their family and having their family on the field as well. Right next to me, number 30, Sebastian Mollett, and next to him, number 33, Eric Frazier. Again, both seniors, and coach, both of these young men, obviously young men that that you've put a lot of time and knowledge into.
Well, they've put a lot of time into me too, and there's a lot to say about guys that give football a try. On their senior year, but there's a whole lot to say about a 4-year senior that's been there from the get-go and stuck it out through the thick and the thin, and that's what these two guys embody. They embody our team spirit, and they're two leaders on our team. They both play on both sides of the ball and do anything and everything we ask them to do. They would place kick if I asked them to, but we won't do that. But it's two selfless guys that I'm honored to sit here with.
Well, we'll start with number 30, Sebastian Mollett, a young man that we have seen evolve with this offense and a two-way player. Tell us what it's been like for you this season playing on both sides of the ball.
It's really fun playing on both sides of the ball. It gives me more chance to get seen and known. And I really like defense and offense. I'll do anything coach say. And it don't matter what I'm play. I'm just anything for us to win or come out with a W.
On the offensive side of it, initially started in the backfield. Now you've worked into a dependable receiver for Jalen Whitty. What's that progression been like for you?
It's nothing really for me, changing positions. I'll play running back, I'll play receiver, I'll play tight end, just anything for us, anything we need so we can be a better team.
And defensively, you obviously coming off the edge a lot, using the speed that we see on the offensive side of it to give you a little boost on the defensive side.
Yeah, I've been playing defense for 4 years now. I'm starting to get the hang of it, starting to get easier and easier. Just use whatever I got for defense and offense.
On the next level, where do you see yourself playing as far as not necessarily school, but, typically when you do get to the college level, unless you're, prime time or Dion, or something, you're going to play one side or the other. Do you have a preference, or where do you think on the next level where you might play?
Probably on defense, but it really wouldn't matter what position I would play, but
just put me in, coach. See if that helps a little bit as we try to adjust that. And, maybe it's being right under the speaker. I'm not sure. But right next to him is number 33 for the Pineville Rebels, and his name's Eric Frazier. And, Eric, welcome into the broadcast. You know this young man very well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I didn't realize we were going to get both of you, but both of you as seniors and as best friends. Tell me about your football experience at Pineville so far.
Well, my football experience has been a change between last year and this year, because last year I just played defense, but this year when Coach Bell told me I was going to be on offense, it shocked me because I'd never seen myself on there. And so I asked my older brother, y'all probably know him.
Ricky?
No, Andrew.
Andrew, that's right.
Yeah, I asked him some tips on offense. He gave me some tips. We worked over the summer so I can be good on offense as well.
Well, and do you have a preference of what you like to play?
I like both, really. I like getting touchdowns. I like getting tackles. So you can really play me at any position.
I got you. As far as playing football on the next level, do you have a desired position that you would like to tell the coach at a local college or that might be recruiting you? This is the position I want to play.
It'll probably be receiver because I can tell them that I got good speed and I got good hands. And they'll like that.
Very good, very good, Coach. When you are putting your game plan together, these are two seniors, two young men that you count on. An opportunity for them Friday night. I know will be special for them and for you.
Right. We're trying to maximize their strengths, and we feel like we have a good. We feel like we have them worked in our game plan for this week in a perfect way, and I don't even want to think about making a game plan without these two in it. I'm just been honored to be here with them for 3 years now, and I'm glad they gave me a chance. And I'm doing everything in my part to get them a couple wins here at the end of their senior year.
Well, no doubt, and it will be special on Friday night for both of these young men, two of the 12 seniors that we'll recognize on Friday night. And we encourage you to get there early because of the fact that the ceremony will start before kickoff, and so you'll want to be there to recognize the efforts of these young men and the other young men that will be recognized as seniors. So that'll happen before the game, so please get there early. And of course, West Washita that will be coming to DC Bill Bates Stadium, and we're looking forward to playing them and propelling this team on into the LHSAA playoffs. Again, that bracket will be released on Sunday afternoon, November the 5th, and we look forward to that. Again, we want to say a big thank you to Jim Deggys Pizza that has been our host here, and we look forward to coming back next week because of the junior high district championship game on Thursday. We're not here on Thursday. But, Nathan, there is something special that is going on. It is the junior high 2023 final game, and we're going to broadcast it on 446 Sports. It'll be at Pineville High School between the Tioga Junior High Braves and the Pineville Junior High Volunteers. So, again, that will be the 5 p.m. for the 7th grade, 6 p.m. for the 8th grade. And kids here with us next Thursday night have the junior high here to close out the week number 10's preview show. So, again, look forward to visiting with them. Coach Bonnet, we've done that the last couple of seasons, and that's been a big hit as well. And some of the young men, many of the young men on this roster now have been a part of those shows for us. So we're certainly excited for that. So, again, Friday night, week number 9, West Washita, senior night. Get there early. We'll be on the air with you starting at 6:45 with the kick at 7. For Nathan Martin, Coach Bryant Bell, I'm Rich Dupree. Thanks for listening to the Bryant Bell Coaches Show on 446 Sports.